Welcome back to What Arty Noobs. This is the FV304. It's the tier 7 British SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Cliff, and it's under the command of a fingernail clipping. Let's see how he gets on in this 3-marked Arty. Game on. Well, one thing that Arty players tend to look at a lot is firing positions. There are very few places on the map where you can adequately fire from and hit the enemy without the enemy seeing you. And with the FV304, being that it's a short-range Arty, he has to get fairly close if he wants to get shots on the enemy. And you can see straight away a fingernail clipping's moved to a position fairly close to the cliff edge where he can shoot up onto the hill if any enemy light tank or medium tank tries to go up there. So he's ready. You see he's holding his right hand mouse key down there to try and hold the mark on the spot, and here comes a VK2801, and he takes damage from that shot, but his teammates weren't ready for it, in which case they didn't get a second shot onto him. He fires a second round in, unfortunately not close enough. So that VK is now up on top of the hill. The good news is we do have a VK ourselves next to the hill, but he didn't go up on top. He was actually holding back. And as a result, their VK's up there. But we're potential to... yeah, well, actually, we didn't need to shoot. One of our teammates in the T-3485 already had him lined up. If you ask most Arty players, they will actually give you a list of all the places that they would go to on any specific map, their favourite positions, and on the whole, they tend to use the same ones again and again, especially if they get good results off them. But they always have a fallback place that they can move to if they need to. I can see here a couple of enemy tanks have actually gone up onto the donut. Okay, he's trying to back up because he wants to get a shot onto that spot, and the problem is that the trajectory of the FV304 is nearly straight up and straight down, so in order for him to get a shot on these guys, he has to open the range a little just to get the shot on them. And he's changed his mind now. He's switched over to the Juno because he couldn't get a shot on those guys. They've disappeared from sight. If an enemy tank disappears from sight, you can't shoot at them. But he can hit guys like that. And the Juno just lost 188 hit points, and he's down to 11. You can see where the shell landed as well, on his front deck. And this, yeah, that's a kill shot. Put him out of his misery. Nice shooting. KV2R is the next target. Rounds out. Another direct hit, 129. He's now one shot. Only 84 hit points left. He could go down with this round. Rounds out. Close, but no cigar on this one. Oh, somebody else got it, though. In fact, it was the SU-8 on our team who got the kill. Now, I think we briefly saw that there was an enemy tank on that position there. He's dialing in. He fires a blind shot just in case. The guy obviously moved position. And you can see this VK3601H a long way away. So he's dialing in. His reticule is almost flat. That's indicating maximum range. We can see where that KV2's gone. He's actually just around the corner, which makes us kind of vulnerable, because if he does come around the corner, the enemy might spot us. We're out in the open. And he's thinking about that right now. He doesn't want to get caught in the open. So he's actually thinking about changing his position to a little less dangerous one. In fact, the VK2801-105 just got wiped out, but they do have a replacement. It's a Wizzy 131, and he's up on the donut area already. Well, he was, and he's just come down there again. We've got a crocodile nearby, so we're going to try and put a round onto him. Yes! 170 hit points, and now we've got two enemy tanks coming up the same hill at the same time. Rounds out. Close enough to get hit points. And that KV2 derps but misses. Now, can we get a second shot? Yes, we can. Rounds out. Direct hit. 171. He's now one shot. Our teammate can take him down. But they've got that Wizzy close by. We fire blind. Missed out. Can we get another shot? The Crocodile's moved up. And he takes out the Wizzy, but can he take out the KV2? Well, the Crocodile unfortunately got wiped out. But it wasn't the KV2. It was actually an M44. We're 2 up on the enemy. He's going for the VK3601. A tank that we've fired at before. He took a round. You can see where it hit. Right underneath the turret. Fires for the engine bay. Didn't get any damage there. It actually landed to the right and the rear of the vehicle. But we're going to go for another shot. Rounds out. That one definitely wiped him out. Got the engine bay. So we're 2 up on the enemy, and it's been a good game so far. Now, taking this position, and we're coming up behind the Digmax. Now, the Digmax can take a look. We can actually fire over the top of the... it's not monuments. What would we call them? The sculptures. Right in the center. Oh, there's somebody behind that bush. He fired a round in, and there was definitely somebody there. They took the hit. Rounds out again. Oh, they've moved. Actually, I should have just called it columns in the center of the map, because that's what they are. They're columns. Give it another go. Okay, well, he fired those rounds, but they were virtually maximum range. We're now aiming towards this Giro, who's defending right at the back near their cap area. Rounds out. He's going to feel this one if it's still there. Well, we can see where it landed. I reckon he's still there. Rounds out. He's changed position. The Wizzy 131 on our team's moving closer. And there we can see the Giro did pull back. Okay, so we're trying to get a bit closer. You can see there's the M44. He's just outside range. The rescue wouldn't reach him. That's the problem with short-range RTs. You sometimes have to move closer than you want to, because you might get spotted by an enemy tank destroyer, or because they do have 3 tank destroyers in this game. He got a hit in the M44. The next one should kill him. Rounds out. Yep. Okay, so he did get the kills, but he's still worried about those tank destroyers up in the corner. They've got 3 tank destroyers, a Dicamax, a Hellcat, and a T-78. We don't know which ones are up there. Only the T-78 has been seen, and he was back at the cap area, and we just lost a tank to their Dicamax. In fact, we've just lost another one. Their T-78 just killed our T-3485. We're firing towards the back of that area. We're getting so close to the bushes that the enemy might have spotted us. Although it's a long range. Oh, now that shell from one of our Arty, so the SU-8 rather, just went behind that bush and damaged the T-78. It disappeared without an explosion. We fire another one in, just in case he changes spot. Give it another go at the bush. He's probably still there. He knows our Wizzy 131 GFT is still on that corner. Firing at this spot. Oh, we lost the Wizzy 131. And it was the Dicamax. Now, I think the Dicamax is somewhere up here. I'm pretty certain he's underneath that tree. That's why those trees have been knocked down. He's doing it to try and provide cover. Now, the Staghound is going around the rock. Meanwhile, we could pick up a position here and shoot over the top here at the enemy. Might not be seen by the enemy, but we're closer without compromising our being seen. Okay. I think they're in that tree. I'm pretty certain those trees being knocked down there look like they're cover. He gives one to the bush. Check the other bush as well. The one right next to the cliff edge with the tree next to it. Fired that one blind. I think the next tree along will be the one with the lone tree on it. That would be the best one. Okay, so ammunition wise. Oh, we just lost the stag hound. He crashed. That was ally Grumpy Gremlin. Oh dear, oh dear. Now we're down to 2 Arty facing 3 tank destroyers on 1 Arty. And I think we all know what's going to happen. Yeah, the tank destroyers are going to come out hunt and try and find us. Well, I reckon the Dicamax is the one that's actually up in that nest. And also the Hellcat. The T-78 is back near the cap area. And I think he's got the AMX-13 F3AM with him. Now, I'm not understanding this position. Oh, there's the other enemy. There's the Hellcat. Okay, he's seen us. That was close. There he is. He's trying to take up a position so he can shoot at us. And he's going after the SU-8. Oh, there's nothing we can do. And now we've got Arty firing at us. And we've just lost our SU-8. The Hellcat's now looking to get his Biscucci's. And unfortunately, we can't get that one there. Now, we can get down from the cap area. But it's a difficult one going over these edges. Coming down. Got to be careful. Okay, from step to step. Oh, yeah, come on. Twist it around. That was amazingly well done. We did lose some hit points, but not a lot. And I put that down to a fingernail clipping skill that he managed to get off the hill without losing his life. I'm pretty sure that Hellcat's up there right now trying to work out where we went. And now the enemy is capping, but it's going to be a lot more difficult. And don't worry about the driving. He's having difficulty because he's desperately trying to keep his speed up. And that reduces his ability to maneuver. He's been spotted. He's going to be on the receiving end of a round from the Hellcat now. Yep, there was the round. And don't worry about hitting the tank, the dead crocodile. Again, it's better to hit Rex than it is to be hit by a shell. Okay, he's going to try and do what they used to do in the past with the Burt. And that's approach an enemy tank and shotgun at close range. Best thing to do is to try and lock on if you can. Get an auto aim and then hit them. Okay, so we've spotted him. He did not spot us, but he knows he's been seen. Okay, we can go for it. Rounds out. Missed it. Close we get. Oh, this is going to be tight. He's also got a 155mm howitzer. Okay, we found him. And he did see us this time. In fact, he's aiming. Go for it. Nicely done. Beautiful shot. But I'm afraid now it means that we're up against the Hellcat and the Dicamax. And I do not fancy our chances against the Hellcat. The Dicamax. Oh, here he comes. And he hits us with a 105mm round. And the Hellcat is behind him. We'll get one shot. Oh, and unfortunately, we're now into the countdown. We're going to reload in time, but one of them is going to get us. And it's the Hellcat, I think, who's coming up to take the kill. Oh, we missed him again. And he misses us. Oh, the Hellcat, it's only a matter of time now. We can go round the roses, but that Dicamax... That was funny for a moment. but unfortunately, even a fingernail clipping couldn't stop that one. There are times in battle when sometimes it gets surreal and you're facing an almost impossible odds, but it just gets absolutely hilarious when you're chasing an enemy tank around a house and you've got another one chasing you from behind. It was only a matter of time before the Hellcat had better maneuverability and could take advantage of his gun. So yeah, that was funny. That was also a first-class tanker for a fingernail clipping in the FV304. He got a counter-battery fire medal because he took out both enemy SPGs in that game. He also managed to get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. In fact, he got 4 exactly. Our bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 16. And he got a defender medal. He reset the cap on the AMX 13F3AM when he managed to get at least 70 defense points or capture points out of it. And yes, so well done on doing that. His win 8 was 5,811, which is Super Unicum standard, but sadly it wasn't enough to win the game on his own. And look at the scores. You have to scroll it to see all the enemy that he actually hit in that game. A huge number. Let's have a look at team scores. Well, we can see the highest damage in the game happened to be a fingernail clipping. He got 1,711 hit points of damage, but it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool, and that's why he missed out on getting a high caliber. The second highest damage was the G-Row on the enemy team, 1,574, and the third highest damage was that Dickermax, who got 1,572, and some of that belonged to a fingernail clipping. So let's have a look at the number of kills. Well, he got the highest number of kills as well. He also got 4. 3 kills went to the G-Row, the Dickermax, and the Hellcat, and of course, he was a victim of the Hellcat's kill. And the Hellcat got a Brothers in Arms, and so did the Dickermax. And so he got top spot. They got second spot apiece. And when in third place, we can see the T-3485 on his team got 2 kills as well. And when it came to base XP, it's the Dickermax who came out on top. 857. If only a fingernail clipping had been a little faster, I think he might have actually bagged himself a Dickermax with a shotgun to the face. That would have been incredibly funny, but sadly it just wasn't to be. 765 went to the G-Row, 731 went to the VK3601H, and we can see a fingernail clipping got 484, which is respectable because he was the top on his team. Let's have a look at detail. He fired 46 rounds. Well, this Arty, the FV304, if I remember correctly, actually carries 76 rounds. Yep, no, 75. Yeah, 75. I didn't actually have my crib sheet with me at that moment. 11 direct hits on the enemy. None of them penetrated, but he did get 23 splashes. 1,711 hit points of damage, which is a testament to the fact he was firing every which way he could to try and get shots on the enemy. 1,564 hit points at more than 300 meters. So 200 hit points of that was at close range. 2 hits received, both penetrations put him out the game. 1 from the Dickermax and the other one from the Hellcat. 1 hit by way of splash damage. Yes, the enemy RT tried to nail him, failed. 2 enemy vehicles spotted, 10 enemy vehicles damaged, 4 killed, and he got 87 defense points to reset the cap and get himself the Defender medal. On a free-to-play account, he actually earned 7,774 credits profit from that, including 3,510 courageous resistance. That's for getting the Defender medal. And he also picked up 770 experience points as well, including 286 for courageous resistance. As he says, close but no cigar, but I would still be very happy with a game like that because I knew I did my best. And I was facing impossible odds, and it was hilarious at the end as well. I would have been laughing my head off as I was being chasing around. And I really did want to use that Benny Hill music, but I couldn't. I knew that if I did, I'd get a copyright strike from YouTube. So just imagine in your heads the Benny Hill music as he's being chased around the house, because it just seems so surreal. Hope you enjoyed that game. If you did, please give this video a like, and thank you for watching.